guys, this is Ashmita from artsandcrafts.blogspot.in, and I have a new project to share with you guys, and I want to quickly show you also the inspiration for this album. So let's dive right into it. So the inspiration for my album was when I bought these. These are the We Are Memory Keepers Album Made Easy cards, and I got the ones that were vellum, and I just fell in love with them instantly. I'd been looking for something to scrapbook my Instagram pictures for a really long time, and I just love the fact that these are so gorgeous and they're vellum, and there's tons and tons of designs in here. Look at that. And you'll see I've used a couple of these in here, and they're so easy to use, and I've just explored different ways to incorporate these in my little mini. And the other thing that I used in here were these, and I'll just quickly show you. These were the enamel shapes from again from We Are Memory Keepers, and these are awesome to use with these guys because the colors coordinate perfectly, and all you need to do is just pick them up and pop them on whichever layout you want to add them to. And I just love the colors that they came in, and look, I've almost used up all of them, and I still need to put some down. The other thing I used was, of course, the gorgeous lovely papers from Prima, the Rondelle collection, and I just love this collection. It had some awesome prints, and by had I said I've run out of all of these, and I'm going to be turning these into little envelopes to go in my book as well. So these are just waiting to turn into envelopes. So I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, and this is the mini, and I just loved making this little guy, and I'm going to quickly show you. I've used some rings to bind this, and I've done a whole collage of metal findings and little charms and trinkets, and I've used some of the die cuts from the cartographer collection. And this is the thing I love about Prima, that the patterns are so cohesive with each other, the collections, that you can use them from one project to the other. You can marry them with each other. So I used these two pieces from the cartographer, and I think that went really well. And since I love traveling and I've made this book for myself, I put in all the things that I really love, and I really love the steampunk look. So I've added all the metals and the wings, and of course these corners here. And these are the little enamel dots that I just showed you. These are from this sheet again. So let me just show you the album. So this opens up, and it has a picture of me here, and I've added a little enamel dot down there, and here you have this picture acts as a pocket as well, and it has a little envelope I created from the collection, and it has some of my Polaroids. So basically I made this album to put in all of the good pictures of me. I've been wanting to do something for myself for a really long time, so here it was. And of course I had to use some of my favorite stamps, so I wanted the first page to reflect sort of the ideology that I love to follow. So I really love the saying, and this is a Tim Holtz stamp. And what I did was I used these vellum cards. This is actually this one here, and I embossed on it directly, and nothing happened to it. You can see that I heat embossed it, and it's perfectly alright. And I just used some brads to put that down there. So I just love the saying, live the life you imagined, and that's why I have that down there. And then this is my first page. That's my first. That's the second page, and the third one, and it has lots of pictures of me. And I've just gone about and laid them down. I've packed them up on black cardstock, and I've just use a lot of these enamel dots and some flowers from the collection. This again is a Prima wood veneer that I embossed with the gold embossing powder. I heat embossed it, and I added some jewelry findings. I just have to have vintage in there. So the rest of the album is pretty simple. I'm just going to quickly point out whatever details that I've added extra. And here again I've used a piece of the vellum card. I've just tucked it in, I've embossed on it, and that says, "Learn to pause or nothing worthwhile will catch up to you." This again is from Tim Holtz, and I just love the geotag. It's just and this is one of my favorite places in the whole wide world, and that's me looking at the view, and this is really gorgeous. This is Delhi. So again I have one of the wood pieces from Prima that I cold embossed, and more of the flowers. And I had so much fun creating this window right here. So I created a window and I sandwiched the vellum in between. I added the enamel dot, and I just love how that acts as an overlay, and that turns over, and I have more of my collage happening. And just to cover up the heart on this side, I added another heart here, and I just love this almost looks like candy, and I feel like popping it up in my mouth. It looks so yummy. So here it is, another picture of me. You guys are gonna get bored looking at pictures of me. So again I created a little window and I embossed on that, and this is again another piece of the Prima wood die cut, and this one says, if only I can read it, "What you do today is..." I have no idea. This again is a Tim Holtz stamp, and I'm not wearing my glasses, so I cannot read that. But again, I've used a gold embossing to go ahead and emboss on that. And I love this picture of me. So these are all my Instagrammies. I just printed them on my printer, on my photo printer, and I just backed them up. So that flips over, and more pictures of me, more of the enamel dots. And this here is, I sewed the vellum and created a pocket, and this holds a picture of me, of course. And this one says date. I probably might cover that up, but I might just leave it like that, so I don't mind it right there. And I love this photo of me as well. It's all about me. And here again I use a brad, and I added this as an overlay, and this of course swivels over, or you can just pick it up to get a better look of the photograph underneath. So I thought that looked pretty neat as well. Again, another picture of me, more photographs of moi, and lots of flowers, metal flowers and paper flowers that I made. Okay, and this is me in a sari. I don't know how many of you guys know about the sari. It's an Indian wear. So that's me in a sari. That's me again. And move on, and here again I created a little pocket with the vellum cards, and I added brads on 4 corners, and I tucked a photograph underneath. So I thought it went pretty well with the glasses I was wearing, so I thought that created a pretty neat effect. And here again is again one of my favorite photographs, a selfie, and flips over. And again you have more pictures, and one of those little Prima die cuts that says fun. Another picture of me. And here what I did was, and this was really fun, I had a ton of fun doing this, I sandwiched some sequins and bling and little butterflies in between the pattern paper that I was laying down and the vellum card, and I used glossy accents to glue this down, and you can't even see the glossy accent because it dries up clear, and I turned it into a shaker, so it's pretty stuck right now, but I have flowers falling out, and so I thought that was pretty cute. And it just says down here moment captured. So I used the camera that wood piece here, and I love this picture of me. And moving on, this is my last page, another selfie, and more of those yummy enamel dots. And the last page, I haven't embellished it yet. I'm going to be adding some more flowers down here. I really wanted to put this up before midnight today. So I have a little envelope tucked in here, and I'm going to be adding some Polaroids. And of course, I've hand stitched the vellum down here and created a little pocket for my little envelope here. So let me show you the back. I'll just put that later. And the back is pretty plain. Of course, I've used my corner, what are these called? Corner protectors, book corners to enforce my corners so that this album would last and not get scrunched up in storage. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and please don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment if you have any doubts about the products I use or any of the steps that I did to create this little guide. Thanks for visiting. Bye bye.